Now, ABC 22 Sports.
Rutland High School was once again the host to the Vermont High School Football State Championships today with 3 divisions up for grabs.
It was a wonderful day here at Rutland High School, and we're actually going to start tonight with the game that ended the night, Champlain Valley Union Redhawks and the Middlebury Tigers. It's Division I. The Redhawks haven't lost in league play this year, and Middlebury has hit its stride perfectly in the last month, which set these two teams up for a meeting in the biggest game of the season, the state title game. First quarter, Ollie Cheer tosses to Jack Sumner. The 9-yard catch turns into 6 points, extra point good, 7-0 Champlain Valley after 1 quarter. Second quarter now, number 11 for Middlebury, Cole Schnorr from 11 yards out. They tie the game 7 apiece, just 32 seconds into the quarter. Next possession, the Tigers go back to Schnorr. This one from 21 yards away. They miss the extra point, but still take their first lead of the game, 13-7. CVU looking to get that one back. Cheer looks for Brian Rutherford. He dives for the end zone and is in. Their extra point is good. They go back in front, 14-13. They lead 17-13 at halftime. Third quarter, Jack Sumner makes his way for the end zone, finishing with 7 more points. Redhawks go up 24-13. Looks like they might run away with this, but Middlebury not done. 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Jacob Kemp rolls to his left and finds Jackson Gillett, who was able to break the plane. 2-point conversion, no good. 24-19. The Tigers have life, and the Tigers get the ball back and have a chance to win the game with 2.6 seconds left from 8 yards out, and the last-ditch effort falls short. CVU completes their undefeated season in league play to win their first ever championship. The final score, 24-19. Following the game, we spoke with Jack Sumner about his emotions on winning the championship.
I started crying, like completely broke down, because I've worked with all these guys for the last 365 days for 3 years since coming in 8th grade summer. Just been working my ass off, and then we got it done today.
Now to the Division III game, undefeated Windsor, looking to finish off their second straight perfect season, and for the second year in a row, it was BFA Fairfax Memorial who has a chance to stop them. And the Bullets began with a jump in their step. With about 3 minutes to go in the first, the quarterback Cooper Harvey keeps the ball to himself and scores 7-0 BFA. But Windsor doesn't let that go unforgiven. The Yellow Jackets drive down the field and punch it in. This time a short run from Logan Worrell to tie the game. Still time to go in the first half. Bullets with the ball, and Harvey cuts to his right but has the ball stripped by the Windsor defense. The Yellow Jackets recover, and they're going to convert on the ensuing drive. Mason Fortin moves to his left, tries a couple stutter steps, powers in for the go-ahead touchdown. Extra point misses. It's a 13-7 game after 1 half. And Windsor looking to start in the second half where they left off. Fortin out of the pocket, he gets stripped. Sean Gibson will turn on the Jets after getting the ball. That is 95 yards to the house. Just look at him go. The Bullets are enjoying it as they now tie the game up at 13-all. After that long run from him, fourth quarter, Windsor decides they've had enough. Another touchdown from Worrell, and then he does it one more time. Then all of a sudden, a close game has turned into a fourth quarter drubbing. The Yellow Jackets complete their perfect season, go back-to-back champions by beating BFA Fairfax Memorial 35-21. After the game, the Windsor quarterback spoke about his team's ability to win this season.
It's awesome. I never thought I would be here, never thought we would be here, but you know, we just had a lot of heart, and we wanted it more than anyone else in this league, and that's why we're here today.
And now for our final Vermont game, let's go to Division II. The undefeated and reigning champion Bellows Falls Terriers against the team they beat in last season's championship game, Mount Anthony Patriots. Picking this up in the second quarter, tied at 7, the Terriers back with the ball after a lengthy running drive, and it's powered into the end zone by Caden Haskell. The Patriots now looking to counter. The ball is in the red zone, and the pass from QB Tanner Bushy is picked off at the goal line by Eli Albee to stall their chance. Bellows Falls can't turn it into points though. Now in the final 6 minutes of the game, Mount Anthony still behind by a touchdown, and the offense gets sneaky. A handoff to Eamon Nacer, and he slings it downfield to Josh Worthington for a large gain. And a couple plays later, Bushy reaches over the goal line for the game-tying touchdown. So now to overtime. Each team gets the ball from the 10-yard line with 4 plays to score. Bellows Falls strikes first with a field goal. Patriots counter with a field goal of their own. Then Mount Anthony pounds it into the end zone with Bushy for a touchdown. Terriers need a touchdown now, down by 7, but Walker James is stopped only inches from the goal line. The Patriots claim their first title since 1994 in double overtime by a final of 24-17. Here's what Patriots quarterback Tanner Bushy had to say after winning the Division II state championship.
Obviously, they are an incredible team, but you know, we believe that we can beat anybody in the state when we play as a family, and I believe we did that today, and we were able to grind it out towards the end and get the 24-17 dub.
The Peru Nighthawks hosting Messina out of Section 10 in the New York State Sub-Regional first round. Opening quarter of the game, first Peru possession. Where have we heard this before, but Jack Hansen is going to score. He goes in from 32 yards out, getting a couple good blocks going in for her first points of the game, 7-0 Nighthawks. Messina's next offensive possession turns defensive when Riley Hebert picks off the pass. He would turn around and finish what he started, scoring on a 23-yard catch and run. That was already plenty for the Hawks. They run away with it, 44-16 in advance to the state regionals coming up next weekend. And with the win, the Peru Nighthawks are now moving on. The Mariah Vikings had the weekend off this weekend. Both teams will now be in action next weekend in the New York State quarterfinals. But as for Vermont, Taylor, the season's over. And
what a season it was, and what a night it was to finish it all. Pretty warm on this November night here in Rutland. That's going to do it for your high school huddle coverage for the season. Been a great honor to bring you the games over the past 2.5 months. But for now, from Rutland, I'm Taylor Viles.
And I'm Ken Drake. Have a good night.